A couple days ago, I recorded a video. Guys, I'm not okay. And the truth is, I'm really struggling. And every time I leave home, it gets harder and harder. My kids are growing up. And just yesterday, I went out to the shops. And my daughter came back from school. Wabuza ukuthi, did daddy leave us again? And my wife had to explain that daddy is coming back. We've really built something beautiful together. But as of lately, I find myself asking questions. Is this the life that I still want for myself? And the honest answer is, I really don't know. I really don't know, honestly, what the next chapter is going to be. I don't know if I'm going to be back or return to sea. I don't know what business that I can start or what job that I'll start next or maybe get. I don't know how this story really ends, but I do know this. I really want to be more present at home as a husband. I really want to be more present at home as a father, and I want to spend the next season of my life building something that really aligns with that. I feel like at the moment I'm standing on crossroads in my mid-30s, trying to maybe figure out and rebuild my life, or I don't know. And honestly, I almost didn't post that video. Now, I was nervous, I was shaking, and I felt completely lost. I didn't know what I could expect next. I didn't know if I posted that video, what people would really say, or if they would ever understand. But I took some courage. I took some time to reflect to myself and say, you know what? I need to be honest about where I am and actually express myself freely. And to my surprise, something happened that I didn't even expect. I started getting messages from strangers, stories from all over the world. And that is why I decided today to create this video. Now, the truth is, at the moment, I feel like I'm standing at crossroads in my life because I don't even know what the next chapter looks like. I don't even know what I'm going to do next. I don't even know what it is that, I can put together. But the one thing that I'm holding on so deeply and so strongly right now is the faith in God and trusting and knowing that I wouldn't be in the situation that I'm on today without Him already preparing the way for me. So I decided, you know what? I'm actually going to pause. I'm actually going to reflect and intentionally take some time to connect with my family, because there came a time whereby I felt really lonely. There came a time I felt, you know what, I'm missing my family almost on a daily basis. And that led to a lot of, let's say, troubles. It led to a lot of, let's say, mixed emotions. And I honestly felt the cost of, let's say, working away from my family. And that is why I decided to say, you know what, I'm going to do this thing irregardless. Now, when I posted that video, I wasn't looking for sympathy. I was simply just expressing myself. And I was dealing with my own fears that I realized, you know what, this now is starting to take control of my life, because each and every time I would run to, let's say, security. Now I would be battling in between this security and the sense of purpose. I will battle between those two and the inner voice that I'm hearing within that's telling me that, you know what, there's something greater in the unknown. And I would stay trapped in those fears because I don't want to step in the unknown. Right now, I feel like this is exactly where I am. I feel like this is the unknown that I'm facing. And I know that feeling stuck is not something that is pleasant because I've been there in the loop. And the truth is, people actually see highlights. They don't actually see the internal battles. They don't actually see what happens behind the scenes. And when I received the responses from those videos, they came messages from fathers, they came messages from mothers, they came messages from people who are feeling stuck on this journey. And I realized that this was never about cruise ships. This was about people who are feeling stuck and people who are on the similar journey or at similar crossroads than the one that I find myself in. So it became crystal clear to me that this is mostly about people who are wondering if is there actually more to life than the path that they are actually on. And what surprised me next is the amount of people that are actually struggling. The messages that I was reading and listening to, the stories of different people coming, with similar stories that they are currently dealing with. And I saw behind that, you know what, people are really trapped in responsibility. And sometimes it's because people, are afraid to come out and speak out. And I could see, and I actually got personal messages from some of them saying, you know what, we really appreciate for you having to come out and speak freely about this because this is literally speaking to me. I feel the same way. I feel like, you know what, right now, I'm just stuck between surviving and trying to create a meaningful life for myself. And even though there were others, who were saying things like, don't come out in public and express your feelings, and as much as I understand and respect that, I know that at the end of the day, you have to be true to yourself. Whatever that you decide, you understand that maybe you want to speak or not, that is okay. And for me, deciding to come out wasn't me looking for sympathy, it was me just being honest and true to myself. With that being said, at the moment, I honestly don't know what comes next. I don't know what business that I can start, or maybe what job that I can get. I don't even know if I'll ever be back at sea. But I do know one thing. I do know that I've decided to document this journey, the wins, the losses, the lessons, the mistakes, each and everything, because I know that if I can be able to have these conversations with my wife, if I can be able to freely have these conversations with my children, that way on this journey, I'll be building a life that truly aligns with what matters the most to me. And right now, what matters the most to me is to connect with the sense of purpose and the urge and the inner voice that I feel. Now, like I said, I don't know what's going to happen next, but I am taking it one step at a time. I am taking it one day at a time. So if maybe you are at certain or similar crossroads in your life, if you are at a point where maybe you are also questioning things, if you're at a point where maybe you are trying also to figure out things, you don't know what the next chapter look for you, I'd love to invite you to join me on this journey because maybe we all trying, to figure it out together. Maybe we all trying to understand, where am I? What is it that's happening now? And where do I want to go? And the gap in between, that where you are and where you want to go, is maybe something that we can discover on this journey together. And guess what? I know that that too is okay.